giving some solutions. There are some solutions about reducing the risk of climate change. First of all, we need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by transition in so many creating awareness between people about reforestation and afforestation. First of all, it's needed to give awareness, increase awareness between people in all reviews in this. Improving or promoting technological innovations, increasing agricultural practices, preventing deforestation, promote the production of greenhouse, green hydrogen, support implementation of the African Investment Program, and so many. Thank you for listening.
Okay, excellencies, leaders, fellow Africans, all the people who are attending here, I want to say welcome to Ethiopia. And as the reason we are here is to really focus and discuss about our future, our land, and our vision of the generation in this land. We really care about our future because our existence is really affected by the situation what we are facing right now. So we know this climate is not just a thing which is taken as an issue, but is the thing what we are living now. This climate is the bondage what we can survive and live. So this is the critical thing we should consider as a serious and tactics which should be implemented right now, not taking so much time. Okay. As we know, Africa is known by having a youth population more than 60%. So our any action is the real influencing task. So everything we're doing can influence and has been influencing through time till now. So the action should be taken. The first thing I need you to think is that what is the future we are needing? What is the future we are looking for? Is that the thriving land or a frustrating fluid field and unwanted and unmanaged climate conditions to survive? As the answer we all figured is that the thriving and the good values of the future, so we should work on these climate changes. As we discussed, we are the children of Ethiopia, represented by the World Vision, Save the Children and Children Funds, came together to the 6th of September 2025 from the national consultation to share our experiences and discuss how the climate change is harming our lives. The kind of the platform is very important because it gives the chance to raise our voices, the children's voice, share the realities and ask for the urgent action. From our discussion, it is clear that climate change is no longer a distant issue. It is a daily reality for the children in Ethiopia. Unpredictable weather are affecting accelerate, which is begin in 2023. As a people, as a youth, we want to have to be heard from the governments, leaders, and any action-taking participants because we know their voice is valuable and it should be considered for vulnerable countries, and we know we are so vulnerable children because we are the main one to be affected. So, as everything is taken as to care for the next generation, which is us, which is the next generation and the next impactful leaders, everything should be taken to assure our existence, which is safe. Okay. From lofty declaration to the tangible deliveries, implementation, ensuring that concrete implementation. Et c'est un honneur de parler d'un sujet si vital, le changement climatique.
Okay. Hi. Hi everyone, I'm from Burundi, the country of honey and milk. It's from Burundi. I'm sure I will not be able to share all the good ideas that my peers have shared with me, but I will try to be as explicit as possible to help you understand the issue of climate change in Burundi, how it is affecting children and how we can cope with this issue for our future.
Ce n'est pas qu'une question de sens, c'est une réalité de nos jours.
It's not a matter of being lucky or not. It's something that is real and something that is affecting all the children.
Le changement climatique est une modification durable du climat de la Terre, causée principalement par nos activités et influencée par des facteurs socio-économiques. À l'échelle mondiale, l'Afrique est en victime. Alors que le continent africain contribue environ 2 à 4% des émissions de gaz à effet de serre, nous en subissons les conséquences de plein fouet.
So climate change, the climate crisis is brought and is affecting children because of human being activities. In Africa, we don't have so much activities, but it affects most of African countries and most of African children, but we are not the one producing the most climate crisis activities.
Les pays industrialisés sont les responsables de cette activité. Les pays les plus industrialisés.
The industrialized countries are the ones that are producing this crisis, causing this crisis.
Le changement climatique affecte plutôt nos droits humains, nos droits de vie, le droit à la vie. So, les catastrophes naturelles, à cause de ce changement climatique, il y a une abondance de catastrophes naturelles qui nous affectent. Les personnes sont forcément déplacées à cause des catastrophes naturelles parce que les inondations, les sécheresses, plus de 70% de la population vit dans l'agriculture préviale et c'est très difficile de cultiver avec la sécheresse.
So, natural disasters like floodings and floods are affecting our communities, and we know in our community more than 70% are living, are living or relying on agriculture for their food. So these natural disasters are affecting the way we are accessing to food, the way we are able to feed the children in our countries.
Nous manquons le droit au logement. Le droit à l'éducation, principalement, nous affecte nous les enfants. Les enfants déplacés ou vivent dans des endroits plus loin des écoles ne peuvent pas étudier. Ils sont des malaises à cause du manque de l'éducation. Et cela aggrave l'ignorance et les conséquences de nos activités, de nos gestes.
Okay, so natural disasters also affecting children's education, but also bring displacement of children and they are not able to go to school anymore.
Le droit à l'eau potable. Je vais finir par mon sourire. Je vais vous dire mon sourire. J'ai déjà prononcé là, mais je vais le finir parce que je pense qu'il est temps. Pour garantir un avenir durable, le monde doit aller au-delà et les impliquer en tant que vers la conception des solutions visant à faire face aux effets du changement climatique. Car l'eau, toi, un environnement, c'est intrinsèquement lié à l'avenir de l'humanité.
So for us, we don't really need to hear children's voice. We also need to get them involved as actors of change, to be able to propose some solutions that are relevant to address the crisis that any child is facing in this country, in this community.
Sur les solutions possibles, premièrement, il faut réduire les émissions de gaz à effet de serre en promouvant d'abord les énergies renouvelables et promouvoir les modes de transport durables comme le marché vers du vélo ou les véhicules électriques.
Okay, so she's sharing some innovative solutions to cope with the climate crisis, like not using cars or motors with high emissions of carbon, but encourage using of bicycles and things.
Je dis cela parce que j'ai compris que l'homme c'est l'auteur et le victime du changement climatique.
So we are saying that because we know that human being is the one who is causing climate crisis, and he is the one who has capacity by this crisis as well.
Merci pour ceux qui m'ont prêté une oreille attentive.
Thank you so much for your attention.
Bonjour encore à tout le monde. Bonjour à tout le monde. Moi, c'est Ange Noubélé, je viens de la RDC et j'aimerais présenter ce que nous, les enfants de la RDC, proposons, nous demandons à nous tous qui sommes ici pour trouver des pistes de solutions aux problèmes du changement climatique qui nous affectent tous.
So I'm Ange, I'm from DRC. I'm here to share with you what the children from DRC wants for them in order to protect them against the climate crisis.
J'aimerais dire que nous, en RDC, nous constatons que le changement climatique affecte les enfants sur plusieurs points, dont je vais énumérer ici présentement. Sur notre vie, premièrement, sur notre éducation, notre santé et notre environnement.
So in DRC, climate change is affecting children's environment, but also their education, their health, and their whole life.
Face à ces situations, nous reformulons quelques recommandations qui sont tirées, qui sont ciblées par les institutions, soit les organisations, soit les autorités que j'aimerais citer.
So in these situations, with the support of some child-focused agencies like here today, we have been among children to define what are the solutions that should be promoted to protect the children.
Premièrement, j'aimerais m'adresser aux entreprises d'exploitation de bois et de minerais qui se sont basées dans plusieurs coins d'Afrique et particulièrement dans notre pays.
So, first of all, in DRC, we have some companies that are exploiting the minerals, resources, and the wood in DRC. These are numerous in many countries of Africa, but especially in DRC.
Premièrement, nous demandons et nous recommandons à ces entreprises de respecter strictement les lois et les règlements environnementaux en vigueur, de mettre en place des programmes de reboisement et de restauration de l'écosystème, des écosystèmes parce qu'on parle de toute l'Afrique et particulièrement notre pays, et de développer le projet d'alternative des moyens de subsistance pour la communauté locale et des jeunes pour réduire les pressions des forêts déboisées, des forêts brûlées.
Okay, so for these companies that are destroying the forest, our recommendation is to make sure they protect the forest and they put in place some solutions to restore the forest and to support the communities so they are able to protect their own environment.
Et pour j'aimerais d'abord dire nous aimerions parce que je suis dans seul, je représente le pays. Et nous aimerions assurer qu'ils puissent assurer la transparence et la responsabilité dans l'exploitation des ressources et des ressources naturelles en analysant les populations affectées.
So there should be transparency in the way they are exploiting the natural resources in our country by giving some awareness to communities where they are exploiting the forest.
Aux sociétés industrielles qui polluent l'environnement, premièrement, nous leur demandons de réduire considérablement l'émission de gaz à effet de serre et de rejets polluants dans l'eau, dans l'air et dans le sol.
So for the companies that are causing pollutions, we call them to reduce the productions of carbon, gas à effet de serre, carbon, I think, and to protect our environment.
Et d'investir dans la technologie propre et durable.
And invest in sustainable.
Et non seulement ça, j'aimerais vite avancer. Et non seulement ça, nous leur demandons de contribuer au financement des programmes de santé, d'éducation pour les communautés touchées par la pollution catastrophique climatique en RDC.
So these companies also they need to invest in the community's health and education because they are the one destroying the environment in the community.
Et nous, enfants de la RDC, demandons à nos voix qu'elles soient entendues et qu'elles soient respectées. Et non seulement ça, nous demandons que les autorités internationales et gouvernementales de nos pays puissent assurer et garantir les lois de la protection de l'environnement et de le mettre en vigueur afin que nous ne puissions plus être affectés de tous ces fléaux qui sont liés au changement climatique.
So we children from DRC, we ask our leaders to listen to our recommendations, but also to take concrete actions to make them because it is everybody that we can build sustainable development and future for the children.
Je dis et je vous remercie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Because we might run behind time, I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to ask for a child to volunteer to be your own timekeeper. So when the other child takes a bit longer than the 2 minutes we've allocated, you as a child timekeeper, you will be the one to say time to move on. As adults, we sometimes feel guilty to stop you from speaking. So it's better you manage your time yourselves as children. Is that okay? Yeah? You want to volunteer? Yes, volunteer. Since he's seated a bit close. You can even be the two of you. So you want to also volunteer, so the two of you, I don't know, maybe it means you have to sit a bit closer together as timekeepers and you manage the time for us. Thank you very much. Sasha, our youngest child delegate, has to go somewhere. So before she leaves, I want to invite her, then I will move to Mozambique. Sasha, where are you? We want to start in 2 minutes. It's Kenya, the two of you, okay, so the two of you are from Kenya and coming next. All right, so Sasha. Oh, you are not that short, huh? Sasha is not short.
young, she's not sure. So Sasha, you start.
My name is Sasha Chepkoche, the Green Ambassador and the Flower Champion. I campaign for taking care of my environment, planting trees, recycling, reusing, reducing pollution. I started this journey when I was 5 years old. I had a new elected president, not a promise that we should plant 15 million trees. I wanted to bring change and I wanted to be part of the mission. For the past 2 years, I have been conducting climate education awareness, and what makes me happy is seeing other people join me in planting trees. I have planted alone 700 trees, but with other leaders, I planted 45,000. In 2024, I am the youngest Flamba champion. Flamba in full name is First Lady Mazingira Award. It's where every child participates in environmental conservation. Flamba Awards happens every year. In 2024, we'll restore our land, secure our future. This year is air pollution, conserve our environment. Convention Uchafuzi Hifadhi Mazingira. This year touches me because in 2023, I went through a dark site, trash piled to the sky, smoke in the air, children playing nearby. My heart broke. Is this the future we want? Our future for me, for you, for generations to come. I have a book. Join me and let's conserve the environment. Me and the First Lady. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sasha. You can see a great impact of what Kenya and Africa is doing to children. So that is Sasha. She's just 7 and she's done great about climate. So I came here on behalf of all the African, all the Kenyan children to present what we declared about our climate. So Kenya has about 24 million children, and out of 24 million children, about 12 million children face climate change. That is just approximately a half of all the Kenyan children facing climate change. So we, the children of Kenya, are already suffering the effects of climate change through droughts, floods, hunger, sickness, and even violence. So we did not cause this crisis, but we are among the ones who are most affected. At the African Children Climate Summit, Kenyan Pre-Summit, we focused on 4 key areas. Number 1 was food, number 2 was violence against children, number 3 was health, and number 4 was disasters and resilience. So under food, climate change destroys crops and worsens hunger. You get to realize that most of the children don't get food, especially in remote places such as Samburu, Turkana, because of drought. So they don't have food, they are not able to plant. So I call for the government, the organizations, to support hardest hit counties, food aid, clean water, better storage facilities, home farming, and renewable energy for agriculture. Number 2, about violence against children. Disasters push families into harmful practices like early marriages, FGM, and child labor. We demand stronger laws, more school hospitals, safe spaces, counseling, and community training to protect all the children in Kenya. About the health, climate change spreads diseases and causes trauma. So what about the diseases? We have diseases like kwashiorkor, where children are not able to get things. So now, finally, another conclusion, children must be included in climate decisions. We are not powerless, we have solutions, we have action. We call on government, communities, and the world to listen, work with us to build a safer, greener, and brighter future for every child. Thank you.
Bon dia à todos, meu nome é Ashley Yamin Bashir, vim apresentar a declaração de Moçambique.
Good morning everyone, my name is Ashley, I come from Mozambique. I want to present our position paper.
Este documento de posição apresenta as vozes de perspectivas de crianças de Moçambique, escolhidas através de consultas nacionais em preparação para a Cimeira do Clima de África de 2025, realizada em Moçambique a 20 de agosto de 2025. Ele reflete as preocupações, experiências e apelos urgentes das crianças para a ação em relação às mudanças climáticas e seus impactos nas suas comunidades e futuros.
This position paper presents the voice and the perspectives of children from Mozambique, collected through national consultation in preparation for the African Climate Summit 2025, held in Mozambique on the 20th of August 2025. The concern experience and urgently calls to action regarding climate change and its impact on their community and the future.
Definindo o lema representativo para a declaração, os participantes debateram e votaram em vários lemas propostos para representar as crianças de Moçambique na Cimeira, como com o lema prevenir os desastres naturais para uma África próspera, sendo aprovado após discussão e votação entre os grupos. Depois da votação, a maioria dos grupos validou o lema prevenir os desastres naturais para uma África próspera, que será levado com mensagem representativa das crianças de Moçambique para a Cimeira do Clima de África.
Define the representative model for the declaration, participants debate and vote on several proposed mottos to represent to children of Mozambique at the summit, with the motto preventing natural disaster for a prosperous Africa, being approved after the discussion and voting among the groups. After voting, most groups validate the motto prevent natural disaster for a prosperous Africa, which will be taken as representative message for the children of Mozambique to the African Climate Summit.
Mensagem-chave das crianças: necessidade urgente de enfrentar a escassez de água e seca que afetam a vida diária.
Children key message urgently need to address water and to affect daily life.
O calor extremo causa problemas de saúde e agrava a fome.
Extreme heat causes health issues and also hunger.
As inundações levam a deslocamento, doenças e danos a casas e infraestruturas.
Flooding leads to displacement, disaster and damage homes and infrastructure.
A desflorestação resulta na má qualidade do oxigênio e na degradação ambiental.
Deforestation results in poor oxygen quality and environmental degradation.
A proteção de grupos vulneráveis, incluindo crianças, mulheres, idosos e grávidas, é fundamental.
Protection of vulnerable groups, including children, women, and prevent women is critical.
As crianças exigem a inclusão na tomada de decisões e na implementação de políticas climáticas.
Children demand inclusion in climate policy decision maker and implementation.
Lema: prevenir os desastres naturais para uma África próspera representa a voz coletiva das crianças.
Motto: prevent natural disaster for a prosperous Africa, represent children collective voice. Thank you.
Obrigada.
So when I show you the time is up, you'll stop. Because I'm timekeeper. I'm sorry.
Bien. Donc, bonjour à tous. Je ne vais pas prendre assez de temps parce que je n'ai pas beaucoup de temps. Je vais un peu recapituler. Notre consultation s'est tenue à Bassin, en Côte d'Ivoire, du 8 au 11 juillet 2025. So we had the children's consultation session in Côte d'Ivoire from 8 to 11 July. Et la consultation tenait à donner les conséquences du changement climatique sur la vie des enfants, les causes et quelques recommandations et des actions que nous, en tant qu'enfants, nous pouvons faire. Et les conséquences, nous avons dit, les pluies sont de plus en plus fortes qu'avant. Et les inondations détruisent nos maisons, nos écoles, nos quartiers. Parfois, nous ne pouvons plus aller à l'école car l'eau a tout envahi. So, the consultation's objective was to analyze the impact of climate change on children, to propose some solutions and to make some recommendations to the decision makers. So, first of all, in our analysis, we found that in Côte d'Ivoire, the main issue of the climate crisis is floodings. Floodings destroy our environment, our schools, and our houses. Et il ne pleut plus beaucoup. Il pleut beaucoup qu'avant. It rains very heavily now than before. Il fait de plus en plus chaud et les terres deviennent sèches. It's also hotter and we experience droughts plenty. Les plantations, les animaux meurent et les parents ont du mal à trouver our parents are suffering of loss, so in the families we don't have access to enough food. Cela rend la vie à la maison comme à l'école très difficile. Really challenging to go to school, to be able to follow what the teacher is saying, and also at home also a lot of challenges in terms of access to food. À cause des flaques d'eau sale, nous tombons souvent malades. Nous avons des diarrhées, des boutons, des paralyses et d'autres maladies. Cela nous fatigue et nous empêche parfois d'aller à l'école et de jouer comme tous les enfants devraient le faire. We are affected by malaria, diarrhea because of dirty water consumptions, and because of these diseases we cannot go to school anymore. C'est pour cela nous voulons vous demander d'écouter notre voix. Voici quelques-unes de nos recommandations qui nous tiennent à cœur. So for all these reasons, we are asking our leaders to listen to us and hear us, add our recommendations. Je ne vais pas citer ces recommandations, mais je vais prendre les plus pertinentes. Construire des canaux sécuritaires pour que l'eau de pluie s'écoule bien et nous inonde pas. So, créer plus de programmes formels et informels pour apprendre aux enfants et aux familles comment prendre soin de la nature et comment s'adapter au changement climatique. Aider les familles qui n'ont plus assez à manger à cause de la sécheresse à pratiquer plutôt de nouvelles formes d'agriculture adaptées au changement climatique. En vue de cela, nous avons émis des actions que nous voulons faire pour aider les autorités qui vont prendre nos recommandations et les mettre en œuvre. So, among our recommendations were some innovative solutions that we want ourselves to be actors of the implementations of these solutions. Comme le temps est un peu parti, je vais prendre deux actions. Parler de la pollution plastique dans nos écoles, nos familles, au quartier et participer à des projets éducatifs sur l'environnement. Faire des jeux portés sur l'environnement. Okay, we participate in facilitate awareness-raising activities in our communities to help everybody protect the environment.
Nous voulons garantir notre pays où il fait bon vivre avec un air pur, de l'eau propre et des saisons normales. Nous sommes petits, mais nous avons des idées et surtout nous avons l'envie de partager notre planète, de protéger notre planète plutôt. Je vous remercie.
C'est Albert Gasso Sarah, coordonnatrice de la plateforme nationale des organisations et associations des enfants de Côte d'Ivoire.
Thank you, everyone. Invited guests, children, and young people. I'm Ilham, gender and climate advocate from Ethiopia, and I'm here with my teammates Selina and Reza, representing the Sheik's climate cohort. Our cohort is a group of girls and young women from 9 different countries committed to addressing climate change poses for girls and young women. Climate change is hurting girls, young women, and marginalized communities the most, even though we contribute the least. Due to climate change, we face losing our education, early marriage, health problems, and gender-based violence, both online and in real life. Every year, we prepare youth declaration for COP meetings. We had the opportunity to present our declaration at COP28 and COP29. This year, we have also prepared a youth declaration together with our Shiite sisters for COP30. We would like to share our key recommendations in our youth declaration for you. In our Shiite youth declaration, we call parties to 1. Ensure equal access to climate finance for girls and young women in the global south. 2. Integrate gender and inclusion in all climate processes, especially in the new gender action plan. All parties should agree to use a gender and age marker to develop policies and implement climate processes and be held accountable responsibly. 3. Ensuring the global goal for adaptation includes gender-responsive climate education, SRHR, GBV, capacity strengthening, green jobs, and equal access for girls and young women to climate finance. 4 is to ensure that youth, girls, and young women are at the forefront of climate action. They are the most affected by climate change and possess the solutions needed. Without their meaningful engagement at the grassroots, national and global level, it is impossible to implement gender-responsive, fair, and sustainable climate policies and actions. In the Shiite climate cohorts, we focus on the connection between gender and climate. Beside our global advocacy, each country in the cohort is running its own climate project, led by young girls, from coming up from the project ideas to putting into actions. They are designed and implemented by the girls themselves. Building on this global approach, each country takes action in its own context. In Ethiopia, me and my teammates have established our own initiatives called YNG Climate Call, Youth and Girls Climate Call, focusing on climate education for youth and girls in Ethiopia. Ethiopia ranks second among the countries where large proportion of people feel that climate change is not a threat. But climate change affects everyone, including girls and young women. So despite this, we're trying to raise our voices and to be included in climate discussions. So we call everyone to be with us in our declaration and also promoting our movement. Thank you.
So I'm just going to announce that those who need snacks, we have tea. Not everyone going on at the same time. You start like table by table at the back. You follow where Addis is there. Addis, can you please wave? Yeah. Not everyone going on at the same time. You'll be coming to the table. You go to the different tables and pick people one at a time. We have our timekeeper here. As you present, please look out for him. When he stands up, he's there and know that short glory.
Representatives from the government of Ethiopia, our gracious hosts, representatives from the African Union, donors, civil society, the private sector, youth and fellow child delegates, and members of the media, good morning. Standing here reminds me of a certain verse, Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. It says, train up a child in a way that he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it. If we are trained to love and protect our planet as children, we will carry that lesson for life. That is why I am here, learning but also sharing. My name is Talia Virunji Kandole Akik. I am 11 years old from Toro Kingdom and from Porto Tourism City, Uganda. For Porto Tourism City is a land full of crater lakes. Uganda is famous for its chimpanzees in Chirale National Park and the mighty mountain gorillas. I'm in Primary 6 at Trinity Primary School. I hold some fan titles. I am the Senior Little Hands the Green Ambassador, Second Queen Little Miss Wildlife Uganda 2024-2025, the lead champion of the 1 Million Trees campaign, and because I love tourism, I'm the brand ambassador for Akoze Safaris in Kenya. You see, fellow Kenyans, I have a connection with you. On April 17, 2025, I launched the 1 Million Trees campaign to plant 1 million trees between April and December 2025. So far with friends and partners, we have planted 210,000 fruit and indigenous trees in schools, refugee communities, cultural and religious lands, national parks, and farms across Uganda. We still have 790,000 trees to go. You might say, those are many trees. But with your help, support, and love, we will be able to complete our goal. So if anyone here wants to have fun, join me. Children do not have money for trucks or to buy the seed, to transport the seedlings. What we have are voices, energy, songs, and dreams. That is why I thank you for letting us into this climate conversation. They say children are the leaders of tomorrow, but let's be for real. Tomorrow feels too far. Because children are affected by floods that sweep away homes, drought that leave children hungry, and plastic that choke our soils, leaving humans and wildlife stranded. The world still drowns in plastic. Just last month in Geneva, world leaders failed to agree on a plastic treaty. Yet even the suitcase I carry to Ethiopia is plastic. I ask you, look in your homes. How much plastic can we replace or recycle? My journey started when a little forest in my neighborhood was cut down. A forest that united us. During COVID-19, rich or poor, that forest united us. Next to it was a swamp where the crested crane, Uganda's national symbol, played. The swamp and the small forest were destroyed. That really broke my heart, but it also gave me courage as a Senior Little Hands Green Ambassador to act. That's how the 1 Million Trees campaign was born. It contributes to the government of Uganda. The campaign reads, its full form is running out of trees. And because friendship makes dreams grow, partners came on board, schools, the private sector, NGOs, cultural and religious institutions, the Rotary clubs, and individuals. I recognize Reference Group Uganda, which has contributed seedlings. NGOs helped us with transport and community leaders, and children are making sure that the trees survive. Because I love tourism, I encourage every tourist to plant a tree. Tourism and conservation belong together, and children who grow up near national parks deserve education and opportunities, because protecting wildlife is protecting our future. Every child who protects the environment shows that Africa can rise. How can African children rise against climate change? We need education that makes children protectors, not polluters. We need smart farming that we need smart farming. We need smart farming that respects soils. For our Uganda national anthem says, "O Uganda, the land that feeds us by sun and fertile soils, by sun and fertile soils, grow." I want to give this bag to a very special lady. She has really encouraged me at a young age. I'm 11. How old are you?
7 years.
7 years. Sasha is a young girl who is impacted with, she knows the use of why we need to protect the environment. So I want to give her this bag because Uganda and Kenya are neighbors. So please have this bag. Okay, let me just wrap up because so with courage, with resources and with unity, let's approach childhood climate solutions because Africa cannot wait for tomorrow. The time is what? The time is now. Thank you, asante sana. In our local language, we say merci, shukran, the word and my country, Uganda. Wait, I forgot Ethiopia. Amen.
Hello everyone, my name is Nafisa. I'm from Somalia. I am one of child champions in Somalia. Also, I am climate activities. As we know, climate change affected all of us. So, I want to talk about the effects of climate change in children of Somalia. Effects of climate change in Somalia are significantly impacting their health, education, and other well-being. Cases of effects include food security, health risks, displacement, education, psychological stress, child labor, and water scarcity and sanitation issues. So, we have two-day conference that brought together many children of Somalia and also leaders from different branches government participated. Children's voices were heard on how could contribute solution-related impacts of climate change. They delivered message. One of the messages they delivered us is, if leaders want to prevent children's suffering, they must listen to us. And they also said we need an action. We don't need only to listen to us. They said we need an action, we need an action, we need an action. Climate change is destroying our education, our environment, our world, our livestock, and also our children. Climate change is it's not just about drugs, it is just about hunger, abusing, and anything can affect the children. Children facing the brunt of the climate crisis, evidence and solutions for climate justice is Africa. That is our consultation. So I want to welcome Kisa.
Hello everyone, my name is Tesir. I come from Somaliland and I am children champion who speaks in the protecting the environment and fighting climate change. And with my team in Somaliland, we have done many activities such as planting trees in different areas to make our land green, talking to communities and teaching people about protecting the environment, writing a letter to the mayor of Hargeisa, Abdikirin Ahmed Noge, asking for the helping in a big tree planting project. We also work the Ministry of Social Affairs and Family, the Hargeisa of Municipality, local organizations like UFENGO,
Save the Children, and many other groups. Also, we as children want to share our simple but important recommendations to protect our planet. The planet, more trees, we can breathe clean air and will share to play. I am proud to be here today. I speak not only for self, many children in Africa who want to protect their future. Climate change is a danger for all of us, but we work together, we can make Africa green, safe and strong. Rwanda, I would like to share our children's outcome statement on climate change and development. On April 7, 2025, we children from different districts of Rwanda and two different camps of Rwanda, we used to gathering and ritual in order to share our views on climate change and right to clean, safe and healthy environment. Our discussions first about 5 child rights, thematic including education, health, food security, child protection, and child participation. Children in Rwanda, we are still struggling problem because of climate change, as in education. This thematic area is affected by climate change in different ways. 1. Extreme weather events such as heat waves, drought, and floods. Natural disasters can destroy education infrastructures, leading to high repair costs. 3. Changes in climate affect crop yield and food security, impacting farmers and affecting school feeding programs. Warmer temperature can expand the range of vector-borne disease, leading to students missing classes by students. As a recommendation, we want schools should include climate change education in their curriculum to raise awareness of learners from an early age. We also want to include schools to adopt sustainable practices such as recycling programs, innate conservation, and green building initiatives. Climate change is also affecting our health, where climate change is making life harder for children in different ways. Hotter weather can make the air that which can cause breathing problems like asthma. It can also hurt farming, so there may not be enough food, leading to malnutrition in children. Big storms and extreme weather can scare children and make them feel worried or sad. Learn. When children don't get enough good food, they may not grow well, they can get sick more easily and find it hard to learn. Also, when families don't have enough food, it can make everyone feel stressed and worried, which affects how kids feel and grow. As our recommendation, we need to invest stricter air quality standards to reduce pollution from vehicles and industrial resources. Climate change is affecting child protection, where children are being put at risk of exploitation and abuse. As our recommendations, we need to inform our families about the risk of climate change and available sources for protection. Thank you.
مرحبا بالجميع. أنا شعبان عندي 15 سنة. أنا من مصر ومبسوط إن أنا معاكم النهاردة. أنا هتكلم عن الأطفال من ذوي الإعاقة وتأثرهم بسبب التغيرات المناخية في مصر. طبعا أنا بأكد على كل اللي قالوه زمايلي، بس أنا هتكلم بشكل خاص عن الأطفال من ذوي الإعاقة.
Hello everyone, I am Hishaman is Egypt, 15 years old. He is very happy, is speaking and present all children in Egypt, children with disabilities and non-disabilities. Okay.
النقطة الأولى الإطلاق في الكوارث المناخية. في وقت الكوارث المناخية زي الفيضانات العواصف وما كنتش قادرين نتحرك أو نتصرف، لازم معلومات متاحة لينا أو لها خطة واضحة لحمايتنا.
One point, accessibility and protection during climate crisis. During climate crisis, like flood, it's hard for us to move around to our know what to do. And please, information need to accessibility to us, and there must be plan, clear plan in place in protect us.
النقطة الثانية التنمية العلاقة بالأطفال من ذوي الإعاقة وبرامج المناخ. كتير من المشاريع البرامج اللي بتعمل التغيرات المناخية ما بتحطش ميزانية لينا. احنا كأطفال من ذوي الإعاقة محتاجين الدعم علشان نقدر نتأقلم ونحافظ على صحتنا وتعليمنا.
Point 2, fair funding for children with disabilities in climate change program. Many of the projects and programs that aim to address climate change don't allow allocated specific budget for us or for children with disabilities, and we also need the support so we can update, stay healthy and continue our education.
النقطة الثالثة المهمة في السياسات والمجتمع المدني. احنا مش بنشوف نفسنا في السياسات اللي بتواجه التغيرات المناخية أو حتى أنشطة المجتمع المدني. احنا لازم نتواصل ومشاركتنا تكون حقيقية مش شكلية.
Point 3, our inclusion in policy and civil society organization. We don't see ourselves responsibility and response in climate change policies or program or even in society organization activities. Our voices must be heard and our participation must be there.
شكرا.
Thank you.
Are we tired? No. We're not, right? So, before we all go home, I want you to learn a greeting in Chichewa. So, if I say Matsuga, you say Datsuga Bueno, right? Matsuga? Matsuga? Egypt Matsuga? Zimbabwe Matsuga? Okay, thank you very much. My name is Rita Janza and I'm a Generation Hope campaigner. As children of Malawi, we came together from all parts of Malawi, children from urban, rural, and urban areas to come up with what we called the Children's Manifesto. As some of us might know that Malawi is having its 2025 general elections, we, the children of Malawi, wanted to be strategic. So we used these elections to make sure that we have active implementation from our duty bearers and the government. So we, the children, had a manifesto in which we put in priorities such as child protection, child participation, education, health, nutrition, and security. So the political political parties, we will include the priorities or the manifesto that we, the children of Malawi, had come up with and include them in their manifestos as political parties. So that when the government that is voted, the party that is voted into government, and when the party that is voted into government is not fulfilling our recommendations or what was in our manifesto, we will hold them accountable for not acting upon the manifesto. So, we, the children of Malawi, voted on climate change, in which we came up with one key milestone, in which we identified that in Malawi we banned manufacturing of thin plastics. So, for climate change, we came up with the following recommendations. We had support reforestation programs in communities, and also come up with funds to support a lot of initiatives, climate change initiatives. So we came up with carbon credits. So carbon credits are the ones in which the people who are coming up with different, we have to support these people. So also funding such as GCF. So GCF is also a type of funding which helps to fund these people who are coming up with innovations and initiatives. Lastly, we the children of the Republic of Malawi said that it was time to see real change and not just unfulfilled promises and impactless meetings, but real work being done on the ground. Even in school, we do not just do theoretical work, but then we also do practical work. We opt for a better, conducive, and enjoyable Malawi and an Africa at large for the children leaving no child behind. Thank you, merci beaucoup.
Good morning, everyone, once again. My name is Precious Kaliki from Zambia. And as children from Zambia, we have been working closely with the government to combat climate change. The government has been engaged through the Ministry of Green Economy and Environment, which has so far provided a platform for children to be able to voice out their ideas and their experiences in order for climate change to be combated. In line with this, we presented a community where we called for the following action.
All right, thank you so much. So I would just like to give a brief perspective of how we as Zambians are looking at climate change and what we have been doing in Zambia as the children and the youth. So, in as much as we have gathered here, I've heard from most of my children, what I've concluded is that climate change has no boundaries, because I've not heard any country which is not complaining about climate change. I'm even surprised even the country of origin, Ethiopia itself, is being affected by climate change. So my conclusion is that climate change has no boundaries. However, this is our perspective as Zambia. So it is worth noting that we as a country, which is Zambia, believe in adaptation and mitigation perspectives. Basically, what we've been doing as a country to attain this is, among which includes the establishment of eco-friendly initiatives, which are school clubs, which are aimed at raising awareness to the children concerning their role in climate action, their rights, and basically their overall well-being. So, to top it up, with the support of the organization and the government, of course, we ought to adapt and to mitigate climate change by building resilience. We have programs such as Trash for Cash, where we trade trash for cash, upon which we use that waste, which seems waste in the eyes of others. We bring about other products, we transform them, and we bring about reusable products, such as cups, talk about buckets, among others. We have also established programs where the girls in schools are oriented on some of the skills such as tailoring, In this context, transforming what seems to be waste in the eyes of others into various products such as sanitary pads, doormats, of course, in general, clothes. The main idea is to accept the fact that climate change is here to stay, and we cannot completely eradicate climate change from the face of the earth. Therefore, we need to learn to live with it, hence adaptation and mitigation. To that effect, we go for adaptation and mitigation, where we learn to build resilience by learning to live with it. So the part of the community which was presented before the government by us, the children, with collective measures included strengthening the implementation of child-sensitive disaster preparedness and management, as well as improving disaster risk reduction, DRR, in schools with a participated approach. The other one was amplifying the voices of the children and youths in climate change, policy, discourse, and implementation. The timekeeper, I've acknowledged you, let me just wrap up. The last point, but not the least, of course, it's green jobs for youths. Youths are facing a lot of challenges due to climate change. For example, majority of youths in Zambia depend on agriculture, but with climate change effects like floods and droughts, they are left with no source of income. Therefore, there is a need for the government to consider providing more green jobs for the youths. Remember that climate change is not a political issue to be debated on, rather a humanitarian crisis which needs collective measures. Therefore, let us combine and engage in this meeting as we try to bring about resilience in this climate change. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Jock. I'm from South Sudan, and I'm glad to be here. So apparently there's been an existing intergenerational injustice for children, because in most instances, many children don't explicitly contribute to climate change. They are the vast majority of people that are affected by climate change. So this kind of inclusivity matters a lot to each and everyone that is inside this issue. So apparently, the impacts of climate change are quite diverse, depending on the country's ability to respond to the impacts of the aftermath of climate impacts. Because a country might be able or a country might not be able. But for the case of South Sudan, you can see that South Sudan is facing the most severe, hunger crisis. That is after Gaza. 7.7 million people are facing acute malnutrition, of which 2.3 million are children. So this is something that we quite have to look into, and the most cause of this particular problem is that very many people have been displaced. They have left out their livelihood or the means to which they can contribute to their incomes. At the end of the day, they are not able to produce for their children. These are things that we face. We had a meeting with children of consultancy back home there. It was something that was quite inclusive. Children from rural areas, online, and children with disabilities, children that are not in schools, those that are in the streets. Now, here is what we came up with. Because inherently, first, there were health impacts, such as physical health impacts, such as respiratory issues, health-related issues, and mental issues. Like most of us know them, are not enlightened you on the rest of the issues. But more specifically, there was an issue with nutrition, because you get to see that 2.3 million of the country's population is affected. Apparently, the country's population is roughly 11 to 12 billion. So if you see there is quite a reduction, because 2.3 are those that are below 5. That means we can't estimate those that are beyond 5 that are children and are still affected by malnutrition, because climate change effects are still advanced in South Sudan. Now, here is what we came up with in South Sudan. First is the idea of policy formulation to protect the environment and punish those who are explicitly harm the environment. Because if there are individuals that actually explicitly harm the environment, just why not? If there are individuals that harm the environment, they deserve to be punished. So even if they are not given that sort of punishment that is quite heavy, they still deserve to be punished. Secondly, is on resilient infrastructure. So if we are not able to climate change, we are able to make sure that the impacts do not become quite harmful on children, the youth, and adults. And then escalating poverty. At times, because of deforestation in South Sudan, we come to a conclusion that it's bad. But we are not able to look into the structural failures of the state. They are not able to provide incomes for those individuals that are living within rural areas. So they will resort to cutting down trees or making charcoal. So this will be their main income or the source of income that they use to depend on. So the third is on funding humanitarian responses to areas affected by climate change impacts. And the children there are not affected that much, or they are sorted out. And then lastly, or second to last, is accountability and transparency. Why this one matters a lot? Because at the end of the day, if I give fundings what matters is that that funding is considered. There is a point where we know that this thing has been used for what it was meant for. Because the funding has been given, the project has been seen by the public, so accountability matters a lot. The greatest question is not just about whether the fundings are given or not. The greatest question is about whether the funding is used for the main project it was meant for. This is what matters a lot. And then lastly is on individual responsibility and community action. It's all up to us. We have the individual moral obligation for us to make sure that this Earth, the planet is protected. Because envision a world where your child is caught up in a loop of trying to protect themselves from the harm that from climate change impact. It is not a world that any of us would like to live into. It is then our responsibility to make sure that we sensitize people. The climate change is real and we have a responsibility to bring an end to it. Thank you very much.
Bonjour à tous. Bonjour, je m'appelle Oli et je viens de la République centrafricaine.
Good morning, everyone. I'm from the Republic of South Africa.
Chers dirigeants africains, chers partenaires financiers, nous, enfants et jeunes, surtout les filles de la République centrafricaine, représentons la face la plus vulnérable de la crise climatique.
Dear leaders, dear CSO organizations members, dear we are affected by floods, those of natural disasters, but this is not something that happened at random. It is the consequence of human being activities.
Nous demandons à ce moment de reconnaître que la justice climatique doit commencer par la solidarité intra-africaine, soutenir la RCA et les pays les plus fragiles, car notre résilience est la résilience de tout le continent.
During this Africa Climate Summit, we want you to know that the climate crisis must be solved by Africans themselves and especially by African countries. We need to find our own solutions.
Moi, ainsi que les autres jeunes du pays, nous avons énuméré quelques messages de plaidoyer que je vais présenter ici.
Myself and other children from the country. So here are our recommendations from the African leaders.
Pour des services sociaux solides face au changement climatique, nous demandons au gouvernement de renforcer les services sociaux de base, notamment les infrastructures, les équipements et le personnel qualifié dans la capitale et dans toutes les provinces.
We want the government to put in place some social services capable to address and to reach children's needs in terms of health, education, children's social needs.
Les enfants ont besoin d'un environnement sûr et bien équipé pour grandir, apprendre et se soigner. Face aux effets du changement climatique, cette nécessité devient urgente avant, pendant et après les crises climatiques. Les écoles, les hôpitaux, les centres communautaires doivent être prêts à protéger et accompagner les enfants.
The children need to live in a secure environment and to live safely. For that, all the health centers, the schools, and all the infrastructure that has all the facilities used by children should be put in place and in the sustainable manner.
Pour une éducation climatique accessible à tous, nous demandons au gouvernement d'intégrer l'éducation au changement climatique dans les programmes scolaires et de la rendre accessible à tous les enfants en ville comme en milieu.
So we ask the government to integrate and to include some models of climate in the education system and make it accessible by the children in town, but also for the children, available for the children in good areas.
L'éducation climatique est un droit, pas un privilège. Pour la sécurité des enfants et des filles acteurs du changement, nous demandons au gouvernement de renforcer la sécurité de toute la population en mettant un accent particulier sur la protection des enfants et contre les filles.
We ask our government to ensure all the children are protected and are secure against the impact of natural disasters, but we ask especially a special protection for the girls.
Protéger les enfants, surtout les filles, ça leur permet de devenir des défenseurs actifs de leur environnement.
So protecting children, but especially protecting girls, allow them to become actors of their own development.
Pour finir, nous appelons le gouvernement de notre pays à inclure les enfants dans les processus de décision liés au changement climatique.
So we ask our government to take into account children's viewpoints in the national policies, particularly climate change. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, my name is Lagan Tafari and I'm 13 years old. I came from the motherland of Ethiopia, which is the 86% of origin of Nile River, which is the longest river in the world. And I came from Child Friend. Our climate was very suitable for living, but now it's changing fastly. So we have to keep it by some solutions, I think. Reduce deforestation and increase afforestation. Avoid high temperature by planting trees, but not only planting trees. So we must give care to them, like watering them or whatever. I think we could bring back our climate. I participate on keeping environment in my school in last years. So we plant trees together in my school. We can also recycle the plastics. And I think some solutions I presented you. Thank you for listening.
Alright, the next country group, we're waiting for you.
Hello everyone. Hi. So my name is Mary Dostani. I'm ready to introduce myself. I'm from Nigeria and I'm here to give you the reports on the meeting we had in Nigeria. So I stand before you here today to present the voices of the Nigerian children on one of the most urgent matters of our time, climate change. On the 5th of August 2025, over 16 children from across different states of Nigeria came together to share how climate change is shaping their lives. They shared how climate change affects them daily, from when they can't go to school, when their roads are blocked, when the heat makes them uncomfortable, when they can't even learn in class, to how it becomes too cold to even step out of your house. These children not only came to share their problems, but they came to also share solutions too. They came to propose the government key issues like flooding, policy and accountability, health impacts, deforestation, youth inclusion, school closures, water shortages, and displacement. Why do we need? We need to experience how climate change affects our lives, to contribute to the ideas of the African Children's Climate Summit, to prepare for African Children's Climate Summit 2025, to strengthen children-led action and research on climate change in Nigeria. Through the children's messages to our leaders, youth inclusion, involve children and youth in climate decision making, policy accountability, enforce policy and accountability, enforce afforestation laws, punish bush burning, provide waste management systems, health, ensure clean water and safe shelters, provide proper drainages and psychological support. In conclusion, children of Nigeria have spoken with clarity and courage. They are not asking for sympathy. They are demanding action. They are asking that they want their homes to be safe. They want to feel safe during floods. They want their voices to be heard at the decision-making tables. The message is simple yet powerful. Children must not only be protected from climate change, they must be partners in creating solutions. As leaders, the responsibility is now ours. We must listen, act, and ensure that the future of these children dream of a safe, clean, and healthy environment becomes a reality. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Helen L.H. Mana. I'm a climate ambassador from Sierra Leone. So I'm here today to give reports on the consultation we had in Sierra Leone before the African Climate Summit. So I'll start with the number of participants. The total number of children were 36, 18 boys and 18 girls held on the 15th of August 2025. So the topics discussed, we talked about the African Climate Summit and its significance to children, the African Climate Week purpose of the national consultation, the understanding climate advocacy and the roles of Generation Hope campaign, consultation, interactive brainstorming session, small discussions and presentation, introduction of the Sierra Leone representative. So the issues raised. We the children said that flooding, us the children shared experiences of homes and schools being flooded during the rainy season, poor waste management, plastic pollution and improper waste disposal are affecting communities and health. Heat and drought, extreme heat affects children's ability to concentrate in school, lack of climate education, schools do not teach enough about climate change, deforestation and loss of spaces, cutting down trees for charcoal and development without replanting, water and sanitation challenges, limited access to clean drinking water, industrial activities. These activities are contributing to poor air quality, unsafe drinking water and climate-related issues. At present, we in Sierra Leone are developing a climate curriculum and we children are included. We are also advocating for children's voices in the NDC standing. So this was discussed as well as we have made progress. Actions being implemented. Climate change ambassadors in Bombali, they are turning waste into reusable plastic. Jetway innovation in Tonkolili, producing biogas from waste to power affordable cooking stoves. Tankoro development column, reforesting with cashew trees to support the environment and local income. Deforestation of Team Oyamba, planting king palm trees for reforestation and sustainable palm oil, food insecurity fighters Moyamba, developing a static sweet mix, a healthy palm alternative, and making organic fertilizer from waste. These ideas were selected from over 5,200 participants across 12 districts. Key messages. We the children said, educate us, give us the knowledge and skills to protect our community from changing climates. We need more children in global advocacy spaces to speak on behalf of children. Stop burning charcoals and cutting trees. Invest in solar and wind power so our homes don't flood and our crops don't fail. So as I conclude, I end with my personal quotes. I'm not here to ask for a voice. Climate change is speaking and its voice is not soothing, some of which we hear, some of which we barely understand, and most of which we don't. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Enrico, the chairperson of Tanzania Children's Council, and I am honored to share the voice of Tanzania children at this important Children's Climate Summit. Achievement so far. In Tanzania, children are proud of the steps already taken by the government. Number one, affordable and child-friendly transport like the standard gauge railway. Number two, improved classrooms and school facilities for better learning. Number three, access to rainwater infrastructure. Number four, tree planting campaigns such as study and plant a tree. Number five, better medical services for children affected by climate change. Number six, promotion of renewable energy, including solar, wind, and natural gas. This achievement shows us that progress is possible when children are leaders work together. When children and leaders work together. Our calls to government. We ask our government to, number one, educate people on climate change through media and schools. Number two, run strong campaigns against harmful human activities, just as the late President Magufuli who banned plastic bags. Number three, build resilient infrastructure that can withstand climate shocks. Number four, promote renewable energy in homes, schools, industries, and villages. Number five, strengthen laws to control environmental destruction and recognize pollution as illegal offense. Number six, above all, continue representing children's rights to share our views on climate change. Our calls to the UN and African Union. We ask the United Nations and the Africa Union to, number one, support developing countries financially and technically, including carbon trading opportunities. Number two, strengthen international climate agreements such as the Paris Agreement. Number three, promote research and technology to find solutions to climate challenges. Number four, provide aid to countries and the children affected by floods, drought, and other disasters. Number five, ensure children and a youth voice are always included in climate discussions. Our calls to development partners and stakeholders. Finally, to develop partners and stakeholders, we say, number one, support tree planting and other conservation initiatives. Number two, educate communities, especially children, on environmental protection. Number three, provide technical expertise, humanitarian support, and aid to climate-affected families. Number four, invest in sustainable projects and training that that protect both the environment and children's futures. In conclusion, children are not only victims of climate change, we are also agents of change. We are also agents of change. With your support, we can build a safer, greener, and more just Africa for our children. Thank you.
So we are missing the children from Niger, and we have a message here. I just want to quickly share. They were not able to make the trip.
You can.
Yeah. We have a message in English and French, so we share.
Good morning, all. I want to share with you the message from children of Niger. They don't arrive in this meeting, but I want to share. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, estimated decision-makers and Africa. I am William Hussein, 15 years old. I am here from Niger to you with respect, yet also with a heart, praying with hope and a sense of responsibility. A commitment to my friends, my classmates, and all the children who, like me, envision a future in which access to education is not contingent upon the weather. In my region, Jifa, we encounter the impact of climate change on a daily basis. The climate is evolving too rapidly. In my region, excessive rainfall transforms our school into rivers. When the wind pours, our home trembles. When temperatures soar, our classroom transforms into ovens. And yet, we persevere, we continue to learn, to dream, and to take action. We have acquired the ability to read to the sky, to hit the rest the side. Our environment is merely symbolic. It's a strategy, vital and transformative. When children engage into action, anticipatory actions, risks are more effectively identified as we perceive that's what adults overlook. The solutions are more compassionate, more inclusive, more sustainable, and better suited to local reality, as we also consider the youngest, the elderly, and individuals living with disability. We mobilize our family, schools, neighborhood, and community to foster spiritual unity. The unity is activated through our commitment, which inspire our parents, teachers, and leaders. Policy becomes more equitable as they incorporate the perspective of individuals who encounter the effects on a daily basis. Generations are uniting as we forge connection between timeless wisdom and contemporary concept. We are not soliciting charity. We request your trust. We seek acknowledgement of our capacity to think, to act, and to contribute. We are not seeking protection, we are seeking association. We, as children, possess idea to exhibit courage, and we require your support. Incorporate our perspective into climate policies. Support the plan we have collaboratively developed. Modify alert message to ensure that they are accessible to all audience, including the youngest, facilitation universal comprehension. Establish involvement that enable children to engage in decisions that impact of lives. Each time a child is heard, an entire community is fortified. Whenever a child involved, the policy becomes more equitable, We are not too young to comprehend. We are not too insignificant to take action. We possess the ambition today, the strength to mobilize, and the clarity to propose. We are committed to brighter future. This let us listen to children, let us engage with children, let us invest in the potential. Together, let us cultivate an atmosphere of peace, security, and unity. Thank you.
All right. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hi. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello. All right, Malama, I believe this allows us to move to the next session now. All right, everyone stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up, stand up, do your hip, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Okay. Okay, great. I want us to move ourselves, stretch yourselves. There's someone who's our timekeeper is not standing up. Stand up, everyone is up. Everyone is up, timekeeper. Everyone, everyone, everyone. Everyone, help me encourage our timekeeper to stand up. Help me encourage our timekeeper to stand up. Clap for our timekeeper to stand up. There you go, there you go. Alright, okay. Alright, now that everyone is up, the idea is I want you guys to do what I do, okay? To follow my clap rhythm. Turn to your neighbor and tell them shh. 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 Pin drop silence. Translators helping. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Alright, amazing. I want you to follow my clapping rhythm, okay? Yeah. Alright, let's start simple. Do this. You wait for me to finish and then you go after me, okay? Do this. Alright, we got it, yeah? Now the idea is, I need two volunteers. Who wants to be? One, need a gun now. Need a gun. Hey, come. This side, this other side. Okay? I want you to repeat after us. Each of us are going to give you one clap, okay? For example, I'm going to start and do. You're going to do. You're going to do. And you guys have to repeat after all of us. Okay? We're going to try and keep it simple. Give us one clap each, okay? One clap. After she's done, you repeat after. Are we ready? Warm your hands, warm your hands, warm your hands, warm your hands. Alright, are we ready? Alright, we need two men, gentlemen. There's a gentleman here, we need another gentleman somewhere. Another gentleman to help us. Another gentleman, there's a gentleman with a camera here, he can help us. You have your two gentlemen. Are we ready? Are we ready? Yes. I can't hear you. Are we ready? Yes. This can't hear the bar. Are we ready? Yes. Alright, you ready? Alright, turn to your neighbor and tell them shh. Alright, go. All three of us to finish and then repeat. So take note of the number in your mind, okay? And then remember the breaks. If we go, and then you have to acknowledge the breaks as well. Are we ready? Yes. We're good? Yes. Alright, go. Has to be music, okay? Follow through, 2 claps only, not 3 claps. Okay, go. Right. Turn to the neighbor, tell them. gonna give us a dance. Alright? Alright, so give us a clap. We are good. Let's move up so that everyone can see us. Let's move up so that everyone can see us. Follow through, are we ready? Okay. Yeah, we can see you have to move. Move everyone. Let's go one more time. We're getting it. Let's go. Alright, very nice. I want to see movement. Let's go. Let's dance. I'm waiting for the clap. Alright, are we ready? Just you two. I'm not there. Okay? We have a clap, we have a dance. Okay? I am here to observe and make sure everyone is dancing. This is movement. There are some people who are sitting. Someone is dancing. Who are sitting. Let's go now. Alright, let's go. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, when you read you want to show. If you're happy and you know, blow your hands. Right, I want to invite someone to take us through. I want to invite a very special someone. Warm your hands as we get ready to welcome them. To take us through something very, very interesting. She's going to tell us all about it. Time to deliver and tell them, shh. Alright, put your hands together as we welcome Moto. Alright, Moto, the floor is yours. I told them it's something very exciting that you're going to tell us all about.
You see, it was so coming here, and I'm a bit taller. I made it. If I stand here, so like Ramaphosa or South Africa, it's not going to be nice, eh? Perfect. All right. Good morning. Is this still morning? Good morning. Good morning. And when I say it's a good morning, you guys respond and say, everybody is smiling. Right? You need energy. You need to have that energy. Yes, translate for me. It's a good morning. Then they respond. Everybody smiling. You can respond in your own language. All other language. It needs to be English. Let's warm up. Let's warm up. Right? Everybody smiling. And actually, it's like you are still arriving in Addis Ababa. Let's go. It's a good morning. Everybody smiling. Where are the children? It's like caregivers are responding, what we have of children. Let's go. It's a good morning. Everybody smiling. The energy is not picking up. The energy is not picking up. It will pick up as the days are coming. My name is Homozo. All the children are following kg. So if you hear them say kg, don't say kilogram. Kg. Don't say kilometer. It's just a kg. Right? I'm the child participation advisor at City Children South Africa. I'm based in Johannesburg. This is South Africa. Welcome. So what we will be doing quickly is to remind the children and the society organizations that are here about the monitoring and accountability framework. Because you guys who were part of the Africa Islamic Summit #1, which children were there? Which children children were part of Africa Islamic Summit #1? Okay, since they disappeared now because it's about accountability. Oh, you were there. Very good. How did you make sure that they account? Because Africa Islamic Summit #1, the government and the civil society sat down and said that this is what we're going to do when we go back in our countries, right? So by now, we should be sitting here and saying that this is what we have done. Right? African Islamic Summit #1, the children had their declarations, right? So from those declarations, we should be sitting here and saying that this is how the framework will look like, this is what country number A, B, C have achieved, and this is what we still need to do. Does that make sense? So when we are here, we are not just here and then we'll be talking, it's nice, well done, children are nice, they can talk. We should come up with the strategy as the children. From here, how do we make sure that the Africa declarations, the declarations that you guys are going to be finalizing, it goes back to our government. That as the children of Africa, this is what we agreed on. This is what we want to prioritize in Kenya. This is what we want to prioritize in Zambia. Does that make sense? And then when we come back the next 2 years, this is what you have achieved with you, your government, your civil society organizations, and the other children. So this is not about you. If you're from South Africa, you're representing 20 plus million that you left behind. I had the children from the other side that they're representing 24 plus million. Is it Ethiopia? I think they said 24 plus million children that have left behind. How are we going to make sure that what we're doing here is popular back in our country? Right? We are the child human rights defenders, we are the climate activists, we are the generation hope campaigners, and all of those. But then how do we make sure that we expand and make sure we have the 7-year-old and the 13 years old and all of those? How do we make sure that they stay in the program forever? And then there are another 13-year-olds start joining us, and then we hold the government accountable together. Right? So from here, what we're going to do, we will develop the monitoring framework with you guys. And then you guys are going to formulate the indicators that this is what we have talked about, right? This is what we want Ethiopian government to do. This is what we want Kenyan government to do. Currently, they are doing the NDCC in your countries, right? The National Determination Plans and the NAVs in your countries, right? And then we take some of the things and then we take them to those people and say that as the children of Africa, this is our priorities. Does that make sense? So from here, we are not dying. It's not like, oh, it was nice, we'll see each other at COP, those who are going to COP, and then we'll see each other again after 2 years. From here, we're going to work as a network. We'll be building the network of children. We want more children to be part of us, and then we're going to develop the monitoring framework. Each and every country, we're going to assist our children. We're not going to sit behind. We work collectively, World Vision, the home plan, we become a coalition that assists these young children. When the child is from Ethiopia and is here, is Ethiopian, it's not child mind, it's not saving child. We are the children, we are the children. When the child that is here, supported by saving children, South Africa, but then it's South African child when they are here. So we need to build relations of our children when they go back and we coordinate ourselves. And then in the next 2 years, when we come back in this house and review it, then it makes sense to all the children. Do we have questions, concerns? Are we surprised? We feel like we're not going to have more fun. Christmas is finished. We are continuing to work. Are we okay? Yes. It goes 1, are we okay? It goes 5, are we okay? 3, then it's closed, and thank you very much. And Iran will see each other in the next few years. Thank you very much, Brian. Thank you.
Alright, remember guys, the idea is we don't want to show up here, have fun, and then go back and extend passively without following up on what we promised. Right? The idea is not to change Africa, and we're meeting here to change Africa, right? We need history. We need to remember what commitments were made. We need to remember what did we agree we're going to be doing. We need to remember what projects did we start here so that we can always continue them later on, okay? Hello, hello? Hello, hello. If you can hear me, clap once, clap again, and again, and again, and again. Amazing. Show me a pen and a notebook. I want everyone to lift up their pen and their notebook. Their pen and their notebook. Yes. Right, amazing. As we were doing the country presentations, there was an amazing child, okay? She volunteered herself to write down all the key points so that we can go through them together, find out if there's anything missing, and we're going to use that information to create the the Addis Children's Climate Declaration, okay? Has everyone understood me? Yes. If you've understood me, raise your hand. Raise your hand. I want everyone to understand how important a moment this is, okay? What is going to be read here is what is going to be used to form the Addis Children's Climate Declaration, okay? Alright, are you ready? When she comes here, she's going to go through everything, all the key points that we talked about in all the different country presentations. Only the key points. And I want you guys, in case you forget anything at all, in case in your country presentation you presented something and it does not appear here, you need to write it down so that at the end we can collect all the missing points and add them together. Are we okay? Are we ready? I see these kids here, these guys, I can see them here. There's another group of children there, and there, and there. Do we have any children at the back? Do we have any children at the back? Yes, I need them to move forward. All the children, there's some few empty seats here. Tell them to move. If there's a child near you, I can see a child. Yes, could you come to the front. Come to the front. If there's a child near you, if they need interpretation, please move with the interpreters. We can pull some seats. The idea is to have all the children here so that we don't miss out on anything. There's some extra chairs here. These chairs are not for anyone else. Get a seat. Okay? Alright. Now everyone, put your hands together. Start warming up. Start warming up. Start warming up. Start warming up. There's some chairs here. There's some chairs here and there. All the children, you can sit in the front. There is no problem with sitting there. Sit. No, you don't have a notebook? Fine, Malama Waida, yes. Alright, all the children, hurry up. Joe, we need you guys here. At the front. We need a notebook, yes. Malama is getting us a notebook. Need a notebook here. Get closer. We're about to finish up, okay? Okay. Alright. Hello. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. Touch the neighbor, tell them shh. Alright. I want us to welcome with a round of applause Elizabeth, who has been our rapporteur. Okay, appreciate her as she's coming. Appreciate Elizabeth as she's coming. Appreciate her. Alright. Be very silent, listen to her very carefully. Do not interrupt her. When she's done speaking, if you have any missing points, please give them to her, okay?
Hi guys again. Child labor is a demand for participation of all from those in rural areas, informal settlements, and disabilities by including at least 30% of youth representation in all climate decision-making bodies. Institutionalized youth dialogues and consultations in policy design and implementation. Ensure all climate policies are child and youth sensitive with measurable indicators and monitoring mechanisms. Also have policies in children's official languages so that they understand policies. Establish formal child and youth advisory councils linked to national climate bodies, climate resilient infrastructure, and disaster preparedness. Feed schools and hospitals with solar panels, water-saving systems, and heat-resistant materials. Mandate climate-resilient buildings, calls for all new schools and clinics. Support child and youth-led early warning systems for climate disasters. And the third point is food security and nutrition. Many children today were speaking about how their families and communities are part of agricultural activities and how climate change affects that. So they talked about expanding school feeding programs with nutritious and climate resilient meals, promote school-based gardens and farms, integrate climate-smart agriculture into school curricula and new training programs. And one child here told us that they should not make it theoretical only, but also practical. The fourth point is water and sanitation. They said unclean water causes children to have diseases such as cholera and they miss out on school. We should guarantee clean water access in all schools, provide proper sanitation and restore health facilities. The fifth point was clean energy and technology. Equip rural areas with solar panels to ensure reliable electricity, introduce energy-efficient lighting and heating in all government schools, promote green innovation and sustainable technologies in education. Some child here said that companies that are actually a contribution to the ones investing in these technologies and education. The sixth point was education and child empowerment, where integrate climate literacy and hands-on climate projects into all school curricula, and support teacher training on climate change, climate justice, and child rights, teach water sustainability and responsible usage, introduce green job training, fellowships, and internships in climate-related fields. Seventh point, funding and youth-led initiatives. Allocate national climate finance to child and youth-led projects, help them plant more trees in their schools and communities, support grassroots organizations led by children and youth, especially in undeserved regions. Promote arts-based activism and digital campaigns to amplify youth voices. Simplify funding applications and publish child-friendly summaries of climate policies. The eighth point is accessible and inclusive communication. Publish impact assessments on children and youth alongside NCC's updates. Use digital platforms popular with youth to share policies and opportunities, and also use language. Create youth-led accountability platforms to track climate programs like this one. The ninth point was mental health support. Provide mental health counseling and emergency response plans tailored to children and youth. Have mental health counseling for those who have climate anxiety and trauma. The last point is focus on vulnerable and marginalized groups. Prioritize children and youth in economically vulnerable settings, those with disabilities, and those in high-risk areas. Ensure rural and underprivileged communities are not excluded from climate initiatives and programs. We, the children and youth of Africa, demand urgent and inclusive climate action that protects our lives, our schools, and our futures. Thank you.
Alright. Did she miss anything? Did she miss anything? She was a little bit fast. Okay. So that document, I told her to be fast because of time. It's not her fault. You guys can blame me for that, okay? The document that she has, I'm going to share with each and every, Malama is going to share with each and every one of your chaperones, okay? Feel free to go through it, okay? Add input, lunchtime, right? When we have lunch, add any input between lunchtime and when we come back, okay? Alright? Are we good? Any questions that might have come up between that time? Yes, please.
Actually, it is a complaint. So, in the early start of the session, I believe you violated their right to be heard, our right to be heard, because every child didn't give everyone attention when they were presenting their ideas and giving a speech. So, I request to to the time management team for every child to have a equal hearing time so everyone can hear their words and their speech. Also, this is the Ethiopian delegates. የኢትዮጵያ የህፃናት ተወካዮች ናቸው። መሳሪያ ህፃናቶችን ብቻ አንድ ላይ ለሚሰባሰብ ብዬ ለመጠየቅ ነው። This it just call for discussion with Ethiopian delegates. Thank you.
All right, amazing, I appreciate that. And in the spirit of that, that is how we raise our complaints, okay? If there is anybody, don't be afraid. It is your platform, all right? Every adult here is there to support you.
Hi guys! Sorry. So my name is Sam. So I love the outcome statement. But I feel like there's something we've left up behind. It's on farmer managed natural regeneration. So I heard you mention somewhere that we consent that we want tree planting initiatives to be addressed. And I realized that it's actually more of a reality that it's not that really pragmatic, because imagine if we could have indigenous crops, like, okay, let's say trees just growing naturally, rather than we go and plant and we still need to water it and all. So FMNR, the farmer managed natural regeneration, like it's just natural. Let's say in Addis Ababa, a crop, if it's a tree, it should just grow naturally, and it will also serve as carbon credit. And it won't need a lot of commitment, like it's even locals won't need to buy seeds or even water it or do all that stuff. In Kenya, sorry, I'm from Kenya. In Kenya, this is actually being embraced. Just this year, it's being integrated into our curriculums, so that as children, we being raised to be environmental conscious and see how best we can be instilled the skills on how to make this happen. So I figured out if this could expand to Africa, it would be more sustainable, and it would work even to like combat greenhouse effects. So yeah, that's what I had. And another thing, my friend here, when the declaration was being read, she told me she doesn't really understand. So if you could also do the translation.
Translation?
Somali.
We need to interpret, translate that into the different languages as well, distributing it. But yes, highlighting our own best practices in our different countries is also very important. So we have Lisa.
Merci d'abord pour la belle présentation, mon ami. Moi, je n'ai pas de question, c'est seulement petit, comme ça. Il y a mon question parce que lorsque nos amis parlent en anglais, il y a la tata qui doit nous traduire en français. Elle reformule au fait ce qu'ils ont dit, pendant que nous ne comprenons pas tout à fait ce qu'ils ont dit. Parce que lorsqu'ils parlent, la tata traduit, elle qui traduit, elle doit reformuler pour venir nous donner l'information. Donc il ne peut pas avoir une personne qui va faire la lecture de la déclaration en français. Là où nous allons voir, nous qui parlons le français, là pour voir ce qui manque et ce qui a été ajouté. Donc c'est ma préoccupation ici.
Yeah, she is sharing the concern about the declarations, actually, not the declaration itself, but the way they are able to understand it, because it has been delivered in English and they were not able to understand. So they want the declaration to be delivered also in French, so they are able to understand at the same time as the others.
Yes, that is absolutely true. We are about to use it for lunch, and the idea is, you see all the different languages that we have here. We have English, we have Arabic, we have French, yes. We have Portuguese, okay? Amharic, have I mentioned Amharic? All those languages, we're going to translate Elizabeth's notes, and we're going to share them with all of you guys, okay? Remember, the idea is go through them. If there's something that's missing, write it down, find Malama or me, and give it to us. On any of the languages, and we'll be able to add them to the declaration. Okay? It should have been presented in all the languages, but because of time, because remember, we have to take care of your food as well. You know, we don't want you guys to get hungry when you're here. Yeah? Okay. So I'm about to conclude. Is there any other person concerned before I conclude? Going once? Keep it quick.
Sure. Thank you once more again. So guys, if I believe many of you attended the last ACCS, and in the Children's Declaration, you mentioned that to be like an accountability mechanism. So I was thinking, rather than proposing like we need an accountability mechanism to like fast track and track our resolutions from here. What are the duty bearers doing? What are governments doing? What are the CSOs doing? You see, that's what we did, and I'm sure it's the same thing we're doing like right now. I didn't clearly get. I don't think if she mentioned, but I believe so. So our people we could tap into technology and make it. For example, in our country, what we are doing, Kenya right now, we are developing this. It's called an ESMB. It's like it will be used to fast track children's voices and resolutions to the duty bearers. And it's gonna be open to the public. That way, children will go back home even after the convictions, knowing that their voices made an impact. You see, and it's something that's being done. So I think if we could do something here, we consensus it, not just put it on paper, but we say like, we even give like, I don't know, something, we say, this is how we want our mechanism to be like. It will be more historic than the last time and very much impactful. Because as children, we are tired of paying lip service and some empty commitments which are barely, fulfilled. So thank you very much. I hope we will consent on the same page.
That was a point specifically to KG. She was talking to us about the accountability framework. She's talking to us about the accountability framework. You guys can link up, see how we can reinforce something. Okay? Now, did I tell you guys my name? Did I tell you guys I did not introduce myself? Did I? I did not introduce myself. Okay, so officially, for safeguarding purposes, my name is Brian King from Mtoto News. Alright? But for the purposes of this summit, so that everyone is able to remember me, I am Mr. Yellow. Okay? From here until we finish. If you say yellow somewhere, I will appear. I'm just around. Okay? What did I say my name is? Yellow. We got it? Yellow, right? Alright, amazing. I am supposed to release you guys for lunch. Malama advised us on how we are going to,
Yeah, we're going for lunch now. So just to tell you the program, we are going for lunch now. We will take about, what's the time on it? Okay, so we are going for about 40 minutes to eat. So we'll eat in a quick way. I know children are very good at that, so the others have to let them catch up. I know the others are not like it very slowly. But hopefully within 40, 35 minutes you can eat, because there are buses that are coming to pick us up. We are moving to another hotel where we are going to meet some sort of, should I say, special people, senior government people and others who are going to listen to what the declaration will come up with. And we're also going to do some art activities with them. So let's stay in the afternoon doing that, but we'll not do it from here, we'll do it at another hotel. The lunch is downstairs on the first floor. Are there coupons? Or there are coupons? You can, some of the comments, the person giving the coupons, you can stand here so that people can get the coupons as they pass. Yeah, so any questions about our afternoon program? Because we're not here, so please don't leave anything behind. When we finish eating, we will get to the buses and we will be at Skylight Hotel. Yeah, thank you.
I wrap up the stream. And by the way, the stream is being broadcast Today's event is live. It's going to be live on YouTube. Just search Total News or search Africa Children Climate Summit 22. How about yellow? Yellow. We'll think about it.
This is you. This is me. And the noise maker in the group. I'm Margaret. World Vision. Get together.
Oh, nice meeting you. From there, when you climb up there.
Yes, yes, yes.
Go find. But They're not even trying to so that's been the worry. So they have been very strict.
So they have decided who's talking.
Essentially, there will be an opportunity where he could take advantage. During the painting, the first lady will move around table by table. You should just be positioned on one of the tables when she goes there. That's the best way, because they can't stop. Yes, because, but I mean, it's your
But his
colleagues
points
from
are valid
the
on climate,
No,
right?
they are.
Yeah.
It's just the protocol people are doing. So they'll be like, we just have to push back and like, we tell the children what to say. But that's not how child participation. You can't bring children all the way to this country and say they want to say what questions to ask. So, but
With adults having like too much time with their children.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
children again should be 100% child-led. Last session.
Yes. Yes, it was there.
Instead of coming and just be seen, they're not talking. Yes, yes.
So let's have lunch. We're talking about Nigeria. Don't keep the Kenyan staying waiting.
I see you in the group. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hi. That's here from Central Kigali. Oh, nice to meet you.
She's another top. Someone Smith, the one that has spoken of.
Wow, you let's do it. You deserve a call.
Yes, 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 yes. So, Brian,